Hello beautiful people, welcome to the channel. The Witchy Goth here, hope you're doing well. Today's video, one of my Am I the Asshole series. So let's begin. Am I the asshole for secretly recording my professor making sexist remarks and getting him fired? My first response is, no you aren't. I, 26 male, and this is a man who has done this and I applaud this man for doing this. I, 26 male, am in my final year of university and I had a professor, Dr. R, who always made weird, borderline inappropriate comments. At first I thought he was just old-fashioned, but over time I realised he was blatantly sexist. It started subtly. He would call on male students more often and dismiss female students' answers as lucky guesses. But as the semester went on, his comments became worse. He once said in class, women just aren't as naturally gifted in logic-based subjects. And another time, when a girl asked a question, he laughed and said, if female students spent less time worrying about their looks and more time studying, maybe they'd get better grades. Whenever we had a difficult topic, he'd smirk and say, this might be a little hard for the girls, but don't worry, just smile at your lab partners and they'll help you out. Then one day he completely crossed the line. A girl in my class wore a tank top because it was hot outside. Nothing inappropriate, just normal summer wear. He paused the lecture and said, wow, dressing like that for extra credit? Bold strategy. Some people laughed awkwardly, but the girl looked mortified. She barely spoke for the rest of the class. That was when I decided to start recording. Over the next few weeks, I captured multiple instances of him making sexist comments. The worst was when he joked that women should focus on easier fields because STEM was too stressful for them. That one really peed me off because there were girls in the class working their backsides off and he was acting like they didn't belong there. I compiled everything and submitted it anonymously to the university's disciplinary committee. They launched an investigation and within a month Dr. R was fired. Rightly so. Now some of my classmates, mostly the guys, are peed at me because they say I ruined a man's career over a few jokes and that I should have just ignored him. But a lot of the female students have thanked me, saying they have been uncomfortable in his class for years. So am I the a-hole for recording my professor and getting him fired? No, you are not. His behaviour was old-fashioned. It was patriarchal in nature. And some interesting comments here as well that I just want to discuss. I applaud this man for recognising that his professor was sexist and for deciding to go this extra mile at, recording this and sending it to the university, because this kind of behaviour is not acceptable. It really isn't. It may have been 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, but it's not now. It really isn't. Women just aren't as naturally gifted in logic-based subjects. Well, that is absolute BS because, I've said this in many videos, there is no difference between a male brain and a female brain. None at all. It has been thought that this is the case, but modern psychology, and this is neuropsychology, has shown us that there is no difference between a man's brain and a woman's brain. Then telling female students that they should worry less about their looks and more about their studies and they get better grades. And saying things like, this might be a little hard for the girls, but don't worry, just smile at your lab partners and they'll help you out. Again, diminishing, belittling women and making them feel that they can't do this. This kind of behaviour will put a woman off of working in this kind of environment. If you've got an older man saying these things, it's not acceptable. It really isn't. Because that sort of behaviour makes the woman feel inferior and makes her think, whoa, hang on, am I going to be treated like this when I'm in this kind of work? And then the day that he crossed the line, mentioning the girl's dress for extra credit, I mean, you know, again, just because she is dressed a certain way does not give him the right to talk about that and to make that an issue. So he started recording, and he captured multiple instances of him making these sexist comments. And the worst was when he joked that women should focus on easier fields because STEM was too stressful for them. Now, I get so many comments from men saying, but there are very few women in STEM because they can't do it. No, it's because of professors like this. Professors who belittle women, who make them feel inferior to men, who make them feel that they can't do this because they can. Like I've said, there's no difference between a man's brain and a woman's brain. So I want to again congratulate this guy. The fact that the guys are upset with him, that he's ruined a man's career over a few jokes, maybe they've also told similar jokes in the past, and maybe that's why they're saying it, because they're now realizing that they're going to have to change their ways and their issues and make sure that they're careful about what they say to women and that their speak does not become sexist. And the fact that the women have said thank you, that's really great, thank you for doing that, is a testament to this man. So thank you, you're not the a-hole. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button, please subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you next time. Blessed be.